It's the champ Antonio Tarver. You're listening to Tarver's Take, the most informative take in boxing. Just remember where you heard it first. Hey guys, want to tap in, man? We got a big fight on the way tomorrow night, Saturday, coming to you live on DAZN pay-per-view. You don't want to miss it. It's a triple header. It's high stakes. You know, WBC champion Barrios, 29-2 with 2 draws, 18 KOs. Defends against very popular Ryan Garcia, and they calling that high stakes, man, at the T-Mobile Arena. Man, it's going to be a good fight. I mean, when you look at the fact that Ryan Garcia is coming in, you know, off a loss to my man. Damn, what's my man name? Roller Romero. Yeah, Roller Romero. He didn't look good in that fight. It seemed like he froze a little bit, and and he didn't use his footwork. And if he's not an improved fighter tomorrow night, you know, Barrios is a tough fighter. You know what I mean? Aggressive. He's going to let his hand go. You know, he's been in battles. He's battle tested. You know, and no matter who he faces, it seemed like it's life and death. You know, even when he's supposed to, you know, win by a big margin, it seems like he just can't seem to show any separation, no matter who he faced. But he's in every fight. You know what I mean? The one fight against Manny Pacquiao in particular, I felt like Barrios had a good chance of really, you know what I'm saying, you know, dominating in that fight. You know what I mean? Youth over age. And then when you look at, you know, Pacquiao had been, you know, in a few wars himself. And at that age, he just didn't really show any separation. I thought that was telling. You know what I mean? I believe in this fight, if he's in good shape, man, I think, you know, the size advantage, I think, is going to, you know, be in his favor. I don't think Ryan has ever faced anyone this big, you know, this much bigger than him, you know, in that ring you know, on fight night. So that's going to get some getting used to, especially if Barrios come out a little fast. You know, want to see Ryan Garcia use his footwork, you know, make him miss, you know, not be there for the return and really get his combinations off. If he can do that, I think consistently, you know, control this fight and control this guy, he could win down the stretch, man. Don't get greedy looking for that knockout, because we know Barrios has a chin. He's gotten up from knockdowns before. You don't want to be banking on that, you know, and that's been, I think, Ryan's, you know, issue, being able to control a fight throughout from one round to the 12th round. You know, he'll have those moments where he land those big shots, maybe hurt a guy, drop a guy. Even in the Devin Haney fight, Devin Haney still was able to win some rounds down the stretch. And even as bad as Haney was hurt, he wasn't able to close the show. You know what I'm saying? So that might be telling in this fight with Barrios being the bigger, stronger fighter. Is he may be able to take a shot or two, and I think he'll need to if he looks to defeat, you know, Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? So you want to tap into that DAZN pay-per-view. Uh, Man, it's going to be a close one, man. I think I'll say if Ryan is a better fighter than he was against Rolly, he should be able to win this fight. But we don't have nothing to go on. You know, he's coming off a loss. So, you know, if he had a great training camp, he's gotten in there and really gotten in tip-top shape and worked on some things, you know what I mean? We'll see. You know, we know what Barrios is bringing. He's bringing that toughness. You know, he's bringing that determination. And sometimes will beat skill. You know what I mean? We don't know what type of training camp. We don't know really what, you know, what type of shape, mind shape, mentally Ryan Garcia in, but we'll see. You know what I mean? So there you have it, man. I'm gonna break down the other two fights, the undercards, um, which is going to be interesting, man. Richard Hitchison, 20-0, 8 KOs, defend his IBF Super Lightweight Title against pressure fighter Oscar Duarte, man. And that's going to be a good contest. Duarte coming in 30 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw with 23 knockouts. And it's the co-feature. You know, I love the energy I saw at the press conference, man. That's what it's all about. Richard Hitchison is saying he gonna put foot in him, belt the ass. You know how they talking these days. You feel me? Uh, but 20-0, we know he's a real technical fighter, got good footwork. He know his range. He can box. You know what I'm saying? Not heavy on the power. I was really, I was really tickled when he was giving those threats. And he on weight, so he really looked like he sucked in a little bit. And when he was telling my man what he was gonna do to him. He had his hand up, bro, and his hand looked like a skeleton, bro. I swear to God. I'm like, bro, I know you got weapons, but it just was crazy. The threats really didn't, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't know how he gonna hurt him with those, bro. But I tickled. I was I was laughing my ass off when I seen that. But I like Richardson Hitchins, man. He's a dedicated fighter. You feel me? Dedicated meaning he's true to the game. He gets in the gym, he work hard. We don't hear a lot about him, what I'm saying, out in the streets and shit. So, he really one of those fighters that gives it 110%. So he's gonna come in shape. And as long as he got his footwork under him, I think he can avoid the pressure because if you one of those guys, you're an elite fighter, you know what I mean? Pressure ain't gonna do it. You're gonna have to have something behind that pressure. And we know, Duarte, he's going to have to use that ring, cut that ring off, and apply that aggressive, effective pressure. He's going to have to be able to dig to the body, finish to the top with some combinations. And as of late, he hasn't really shown he had that type of footwork. You feel me with that coordinated offensive pressure behind it. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a test. Here's a guy already lost to Ryan Garcia. I think he got stopped. So if Richard Hitchins is that type of fighter, that which we believe him to be, that elite type of fighter, he should have some good rounds, but he should control this fight. Duarte going to have some rounds, some moments, but he should control this fight throughout, look good, and use his combination punching. But don't stand there too long. You know what I'm saying? Get in, get out, and be smart. You know what I mean? Here's a guy with 23 knockouts. He can punch. I just don't think he'll be in position. I don't think Hitchens will give him that opportunity to really land nothing significant. You know what I mean? I think that's his only chance to land a shot. I think Richard Hitchens has a real high IQ when it comes to boxing. And he's going to, very proud fighter. He's going to fight with that. So he's going to bring it, man. I look for him to have some moments in there where, it just looks like, Duarte is reaching and he's just boxing his head off. That'll be one of what we want to see from Hitchens. And if he get a chance to close the show, definitely, by all means, do that. That'll be in his best favor and best interest if you want to really keep that fire lit in that 140-pound division. And on the same card, is another super lightweight champion. Gary Antuanne Russell, man, we know, I love his style, aggressive boxer, puncher, counter puncher. He's going to lay it on the line and he's going to mix it up. He coming in there, with, dangerous intentions. It's his first title defense of the WBA Super Lightweight Title against unbeaten and knockout puncher coming in with 10 straight knockouts. This kid right here is punching. Andy Hiraoka, 24-0 with 19 knockouts. What's interesting about this fight, they both southpaws. So, they're going to, that left hand, that power going to be right down the pipe, staring at both of them. You know what I mean? Russell coming in with a lot of dog in his bag, bro. He gonna push the fight. He coming in there to mix it up. He ain't playing no games. And here's a guy right now with Hiraoka, man, 24-0 with 19 knockouts and coming in with 10 consecutive knockouts. You know what I'm saying? So here's a guy looking to get it over with. So I believe this is going to be an entertaining fight. I believe with Russell having a chin and it's been durable throughout all his career, never really been, really hurt, like that. I don't believe. Lost a decision, but to Pollo, he lost a decision to Pollo back about 2 years ago, but he bounced back and he beat my man. Damn, can't think of him right now. Valenzuela. I'm sorry, beat Venezuela, bro, and in good fashion. That was a good fight, coming off of Venezuela win against Pitbull. So Antuanne Russell, I think when you look at level of competition, he's faced the better fighters. You know what I'm saying at this point, but he's in with a dangerous puncher, so he's gonna want to have to really keep his head on a swivel and keep those hands up, especially you don't want to be pulling out with a puncher like this. So it's going to be a heated fight, man. I look for Russell to maintain his championship. You know what I mean, in a good fight. But there you have it, man. You've been listening to Tarvis Tate. Don't miss this action, man, coming up tomorrow night, pay-per-view, live from Las Vegas. They at the T-Mobile Arena, Ring Magazine, DAZN, pay-per-view. Don't miss it.